Hey everyone, I'm Stephanie, and today I'm going to be talking about NCIS Canary, episode 14, season 10, and I'm going to do a little review, just kind of talk about the episode as a whole, do a little bit of Tony and Ziva, and just, try to kind of keep it. Why do I try? Anyway, I'm just going to be kind of dipping my toes into many different thoughts, and hopefully you agree and share yours. To start, I want to talk about Gibbs as a hobo. I'm sorry, am I the only one who thought it was funny that when he, was like rummaging through, one of the flaps was like sticking straight up? Because like I have a hat like that and the flaps don't stay up like that at all. So for it to like just stick straight up, I don't know why I thought that was so funny. I just Gibbs a hobo. And then Ziva, it was like you have Ziva, you strip the Mossad, you strip the Israeli besides her skin color, you throw her into California when she's like 5, and you get this Valley girl. Well, I just had my nails done. And get your hands off my man, you bitch. I loved it so much. I thought both undercover type things were funny. And then when she was captured and she's like, oh, like all scared, I'm like, Con, you don't even know who you're messing with. This is an ex-Mossad person who can whoop your butt. Let's talk about little Kevin. Little Kevy Kev. For some reason, actually there's not for some reason, just because NCIS is so good at bringing on new additions to the show. Okay, well, most additions, aka like Dorney and Kevin, were absolutely precious. Oh my gosh, it's little Kevin. I just want to, let's just get you out of the way. Little Kevin. Okay, this is Kevin. Okay, this is Kevin. I just want to hold him. Just want to talk to him. Be like, what are your interests with improv? Because I actually do improv. Funny enough. I'm on a team and we compete against like other schools and adult groups. We do competitions. So when he brought up improv, I was like, oh, I do that too. McGee and Abby down working on the computer, and just Abby being all cute and precious and close compared to, like last week's hit and run when it was kind of just not, it was like taking two of the same magnets and kind of just, they were repelling each other. Like she kind of didn't really get close to him. But in this week, they were just precious and it was adorable. And McGabby will rise from the ashes. That was good. And the pomade, her hair, because when we saw the promo photos, we're just like, what? But now watching the episode, it was a lot funnier and I thought it was adorable. And just to get the smell of failure out. Yeah, I thought it was just really cute. And this episode just brought back like just everything. It was just a well-centered episode. Not only were they working on the case, but still having that little fun and flirtatious like feeling going around. And it was just, this is a really good episode so far. And I'm not even like halfway through talking about it and I'm already in love. Good job, NCIS. Good job. I mean, it's kind of hard not to talk about Tony and Ziva in this episode, even if, okay, it's not easy, and I'm going to do it right now. So sorry, I'm just going to, let my hair down and talk about Tony and Ziva. And the airplane was precious with the whole, I brought you chocolate malt balls and gummy bears. Yes, you're a lifesaver. You didn't ask for those. Could you be any more married without actually having the ring on the finger? No. Because not only did Tony bring you magazines and gum when you fly, but she brought him snacks, and it was precious. And she's a lifesaver, and so is he, and they're just precious. This Deputy Jerome guy, I like him. I do. I like his character, how he's really timid compared, to Vance. It's like a 180. I mean, actually, it is a 180. But the one thing that I was a little just kind of, excuse me, when he said, I'm not ready for this position, or I'm like, I'm not good enough. Silence. Yet. I think there might be a little, I don't, is that like a foreshadow to a battle between if Vance can come back and be director or if he should remain director? I mean, hopefully we might see a little collision in the future. I don't know, because the way they set up that line sounds like it could happen, and I hope to see something like that. It'd be cool to see a little game of attacking people. You get my point. This Khan guy, I just love how they describe him as like a hipster and stuff, and he's like, oh, you're not going to take me to Gitmo. I really liked, this was a great pick. Whoever casted this actor for this job, he did a phenomenal job. I actually ended up liking his character at the end. You know, when they had when they show the conversation with Tony and Khan in the cell talking about like songs and music and why do you do this, I started to like the villain. And NCIS does this all the time. You start to like the villain, and you're not supposed to, but they make you like him because they make him just a human, like a person that has something that you like, and it's starting to overpower the bad in them, but it shouldn't, but it does, and I can't deal with that, but it's great. This whole setup, I was suckered in because I thought, I mean, it may or may not have been Gitmo, like I can't remember my original thought if they actually were there, but they played it so well. And when Tony and Ziva had to split up and one had to go see the commander because they got caught, and then Tony was there with them, and then everything starts going wrong. I thought it was real. I got sucked in, and I was a fool. Because it was like Michael Weatherly acting as Tony, acting as someone who was acting the whole time, even though they were acting like they weren't. It was an act on top of an act, sandwiched with another act of acting. Please tell me I am not the only one who thought Tony was actually shot. Because I did, and I was suckered in, like I said, I bought it. Completely, 100%, sold, done deal. But I was like, how can you shoot a main character in the leg halfway through a season? And then, when the guy's like leaning over him, gonna shoot him, I was like, okay, well, Ziva's always gonna come in, because Michael Weatherly can't die halfway through a season. But you know that one half of your brain that like knows it's not gonna happen, but that other half that just like imagines it's still gonna happen, so you still think that he's gonna get shot, but he won't. But you still think it. That's what's happening to me. And then when Ziva came up and shot the other guy and was like, Tony! And then picked him up, and they kept like going in circles, and then all the doors opened, and then you just see the little grab of the hand. Truth or consequences flashback. Are you kidding me right now? You want to bring back all of those emotions I felt over 3 years ago? You really want to bring all those painful yet amazing memories back? Do you, CBS, NCIS, do you really want to? No, but you did, and it was great. Random thought, I'm going to jump back to part of the episode. When they were in the cell and they were talking to Khan about the dead NCIS agent and his family, you know, having kids and a wife, and he said, well, is this the justice they wanted? And Ziva goes, something along the lines of, like, it helps other people, or, you know, it ensures other people won't, whatever. That the line she said afterward was almost like she was talking about her father and getting revenge, because since they were able to capture Khan, who was responsible for the death of this man, it kind of, I don't know, like it just reminded me of her situation where she hasn't found the killer for her father, and so finding him helped her a little bit with the whole thing with her father. So that makes sense that Khan being captured for someone else's death is helping her cope with her father being killed without finding the killer yet. Yeah. And it was a fake gunshot. But then when he was talking about the whole, these are uncomfortable, more uncomfortable than heels, boom, let's flash back to the first scene when she said, next time you can wear the heels, to Tony. He said, okay. It was like he was the one that got shot to make up for her having to wear the heels. He did it for her. He wore the uncomfortable patch to make up for her having to wear heels in their last undercover op. They just do things for each other all the time, and it's beautiful. And then the end we saw little Kevin with his sound system being all happy and go lucky and talking about improv again and just rolling off, being precious. And I want him back because he's just adorable and he's just this little man, adorable child thing. But in a conclusion to this episode, there's a reason NCIS is number one on TV. There's a reason for it. And if you don't know why, then I feel bad. You know what? I'll just help you out a little bit. I'll give you why I think it's number one. It's because you can go from having a heart-wrenching episode full of emotion and just agony and just, but it's still really good, to just a 180 to a lighter episode with happiness and jokes, but still getting the case done and keeping you on your toes, anticipating, oh my god, what's going to happen next, what's going to happen next. Even being on Tumblr when you know certain spoilers, I was not prepared for last night's episode, and I was still on my toes the whole time, like, oh my god, what's going to be next, oh my god. And that's just why I think it's number one, is just, it continues to surprise you, to amaze you, to put a smile on your face, to make a tear roll down your cheek. It's a wonderful, wonderful show, and I am so happy with it. I would never want to change anything about it, because this is what is perfection on TV. So with that, thank you for watching this lovely review of Canary, and next episode is hereafter.